The other day, put up a video talking about if you have a job worth doing, it's worth doing well. Well, I have a follow-up to that. And we're gonna go to the meme worlds, okay? So, easy rules for success. Probably a lot of us have seen this meme that goes around, right? Rule number 1, show up on time. Rule number 2, bring a positive attitude. Rule number 3, work harder than others. We'll talk about that one. Rule number 4, take pride in your final product. It's hard to have a hard issue or have a big issue or difficulty challenge with any of these in my mindset, but I recognize I was raised a certain way, I was trained a certain way, I was taught certain metrics and rules for not just success, but really how you should be living your life, especially as a martial artist. So let's break it down. Show up on time. I view this one as a respect of others, right? If you're showing up on time, you have fungibility in your schedule. You have the opportunity to change your things around. Do I have to do laundry now and then cook later and then get to my paperwork and then whatever? And you have to change your schedule around, that's fine. Showing up on time to me generally means either a work, societal, social event that you are trying to show up to, and you are showing disrespect to the other people. I don't care if it's your best friend and they know you're always 5 minutes late. If it's your job, I don't know, why would your job be impressed by you showing up 5, 10, 15 minutes late all of the time? They sure as hell won't be. As somebody who employs people, I notice the ones who show up 15 minutes early and kind of like get to the grindstone. I notice the ones who show up 3 minutes late and then have to make the phone call and then have to do the thing and then have to do the, right? I remember working in the office world once upon a million years ago, and the people who were there at 9, but they weren't really there till 10, and you know who I'm talking about. The coffee machine is their best friend between 9:15 and 9:25, and then where's the bagels, and haven't really settled into my chair yet, and I got to find out what's going, got to share the gospel. So, show up on time, be ready to rock and roll. Bring a positive attitude. My sensei always used the term kimai for Japanese, and I might be saying it wrong. Guys, my Japanese, as one of my friends joked, if my sensei watches this, apologies. One of the black belts likes to joke internally. We learned our Japanese from a Greek guy from New York. So if my Japanese is terrible, I'm trying. My Italian's only a little bit better. Bring a positive attitude, or what we call Japanese jiu-jitsu, kimai, a positive mindset, positive energy, positive outlook on the experience coming. Who's dealt with the Debbie Downers and the negative Nicks and all the kind of fun stuff that's out there for people that have always the ability to see, like if you are always expressing roadblocks, not with regards to, hey, here's a roadblock and here's 2, 3, 4, 5 ways around it, that's the positive attitude person. If all you see is the roadblock and that, like, hey, this isn't gonna work because blah, and that's the end of your sentence and that's the end of your paragraph and it's blah, well, blah on you, right? I mean, I want the positive person who's going to figure out the, hey, we will figure this out. Hey, we will get this done. Might take a sidestep, might have to take a big deviation. Maybe we're doing a detour, guys, okay? But we're gonna get to that end goal. We're gonna have to just, here's a speed bump, here's another speed bump, there's another speed bump, figure out a way to get there. And that positive mindset and that positive attitude makes all the difference in the world, especially among your coworkers. Funny note, if you've never seen it, there's What We Do in the Dark movie and TV show. I've watched the movie, I've only seen a couple episodes of the TV show, but they're vampires living in the modern era from different ages across, 100 years old, 3,000 years old, whatever. One of the vampires is perfect. It's an energy vampire. And he works in the office world. And you can imagine, hey guys, and he just sucks all the life out of people by draining their energy through talking. We've all known those people. Number 3, I'm gonna change a little bit. So it says work harder than others. Everybody's working hard in their own capacity, and perhaps your capacity is larger than another person's. Perhaps on Tuesday, your capacity is diminished. Maybe you had an emergency, you had to go to the ER, take a family member to the ER on Monday night till 3 in the morning, have experienced this. You're gonna be a little diminished on Tuesday. Does that mean you screwed up that day because you didn't work harder than the other people? No, work as hard as your capacity will allow for. In an ideal world, 1% more than you did yesterday. Okay, push a little harder than you did on the previous day. Again, we're all gonna have things. Sometimes you get a sniffle, you get the cold, you gotta push through that because work requires it. Your life requires it. You can have a cold and stay home from work. You can't have a cold and stay home from your kids. It doesn't work that way, right? So working harder than you did yesterday, working to the max of your capacity. And then the last one goes right hand in hand with the video from the other day. Take pride in your final product. a thing I hear quite a bit is, Sensei, thank you so much for promoting me to yellow belt or promoting me to green belt or promoting me to black belt. And I always say the same thing, like, guys, I didn't do the work for you. I used to say MapQuest, so tells you when I started having this conversation. I'm only Waze. I can't do the driving for you. I can't actually take you from mile 1 to mile 100. You have to make that journey. I'm just simply a guide to get you there. But the actual work has to be you. And you have to take extreme pride in your progression and in your product, right? You are the product. With regards to your job, maybe you make something physical, right? Maybe you make a pad like I'm leaning on here. Maybe you make chairs. Maybe you make widgets or computer chips. Like, take pride in that. I understand 100, 3,000, 15,000 reps later, that can be a little bit difficult. But one of the Japanese mindsets of like attempting to achieve perfection in all things, I love that. I love that mindset. It reminds us that, hey, the one that I did 5 ago and the one I'm doing right now and the product that I'm gonna work on 5 from now, they're all equally important. Maybe if you are an artisan or, maybe, I don't know, maybe you're a lawyer and this is like the case that is your career case. Perhaps that one you have extra pride in. That's fine, that's normal. I have students, getting them to green belt was like a monumental task because of some of their limitations, right? Maybe computational limitations, learning limitations, physical limitations. Getting a student to black belt who has physical like maladies that they can't account for. It's not a matter of like, go work out with more weights, bro. Like, no, at some point, some ages, your body's failing on you and you continue to push forward despite those difficulties. Taking pride in that is going to remind you to work your ass off to, what did we say before about positive attitude? To find the ways to get it done. Why is this important? Here's why. We all want to be around the people who embody this stuff. So if you want people to want to be around you, embody this stuff, right? This is not hard math, but kind of like I said the other day, if you are not trying to be that person, if you're the good enough person, I don't spend a lot of time with good enough. I try not to as a matter of course. I don't want to have them bring me down from having higher expectations. Again, I don't care. I put timelines over here as a conversation. I don't care if it takes a month. I don't care if it takes 6 months. A lot of people are nutted up on right now, or this is the path. 4 years to college. What if it's 5? What changed in your life? Over the course of the 80 years that you're gonna live, 90 years you're gonna live, health is getting better, 100 years, 120 years you're gonna live. I don't know what the numbers are gonna be in a few years, but what do you think that extra year did that was deleterious or damaging to you? The odds are not a damn thing. So having the focus be on the product, having the focus be on the journey, having the focus be on the attitude that gets you there is really the focus that we want to encourage others to focus upon. So, do you have a fifth one you'd like to add? You're a manager, maybe you're a dojo owner, maybe you're a small business owner, maybe you're a parent. What would you add to this list? What's missing? So we've got the 4 basics, right? What would you like to add to it to help people who don't have the best attitude bring their more complete full selves and a better attitude? I want to hear from you guys. Thanks all.